Too many campers are out here making rookie mistakes that range from mildly annoying to downright dangerous. Ever wonder why your van smells like a swamp, or why your engine dies the second you hit a hill? Or worse, why your eggs roll off the stove every morning? Yep, it's probably your own fault. If you're doing even a few of these, you're not living the dream. You're wrecking it. Stick around, because a couple of these might just save you hundreds or a trip to the chiropractor. Let's talk about overpacking. Because apparently some folks think a campervan is a rolling Costco warehouse. The average payload capacity of a Class B campervan is around 1,500 to 2,000 pounds, and you'd be shocked how fast that fills up. A full water tank alone adds about 250 pounds, and then there's your fridge, food, clothes, and that full-size blender you swear you're gonna use for kale smoothie. Spoiler alert, you won't. According to a 2022 survey by Go RVing, over 60% of new van lifers smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, in all seriousness, over 60% of van lifers regret overpacking on their first trip. And guess what's always on that list? Extra camping chairs, kitchen appliances, and way too many clothes. If your van rattles like a junkyard on wheels, you've overdone it. You're not prepping for the apocalypse. Leave the waffle maker at home. Plus, this bad habit will only cause mistake number 2. Loading up your camper like you're smuggling anvils across the border. Every camper van has a GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating, and most Class B vans cap out around 8,500 to 9,000 pounds. But you'd be surprised how fast you hit that. Fill your water tank, that's 8.34 pounds per gallon, times 30 gallons equals 250 pounds. Toss in a couple of e-bikes, 60 pounds each, tools, extra batteries, and your essential cast iron skillet collection, and boom! You're cruising in an overloaded land yacht. That kills fuel economy. Every 100 pounds cuts miles per gallon by 1%, strains your suspension, and worst of all, makes braking distance longer. So when that deer jumps out, your van turns into a very expensive sled. And while dumping the unnecessary weight might be good, dumping gray water anywhere is pretty horrible. Dumping your gray water wherever you feel like? Congrats, you've just become a rolling health hazard. Gray water, aka the delightful soup of soap, food bits, grease, toothpaste, and bacteria, might look innocent, but it can contain up to 100,000 bacteria per milliliter, according to the EPA. That's not a nature-friendly bath bomb, it's liquid trouble. And yes, it's illegal in most US states to dump it on the ground. Fines can go up to $2,000 depending on local laws. Even biodegradable soap isn't safe for streams or soil. Wildlife drinks from that puddle you just made, man. Want to protect national parks and not kill a field of wildflowers with your leftover chili rinse water? Use proper dump stations. And when it comes to water, don't drive with full water tanks. Driving with full water tanks might feel like you're ready for anything, but what you're really ready for is burning fuel like a Hummer in a traffic jam. Water weighs 8.34 pounds per gallon, so a standard 30-gallon tank adds about 250 pounds to your load. That extra weight cuts your fuel efficiency by up to 2% per 100 pounds, according to the US Department of Energy. And unless you're heading into the Sahara, there's almost always a place to fill up near your campsite. So why haul your own personal lake 300 miles like you're Moses? And speaking of water, you should be very careful with it. Letting moisture build up in your van is like inviting mold to crash on your couch, and spoiler alert, it never leaves. Every breath you exhale adds around 0.5 grams of water vapor per minute. Now imagine 2 people sleeping overnight in a sealed van. That's over a liter of moisture just from breathing. Combine that with everyday activities that release moisture, and you've got mold. Mold spores can start growing in as little as 24 to 48 hours according to the CDC, especially on wood, insulation, and upholstery. Crack a window, run a fan, or install a roof vent, because nothing ruins cozy van life like black fuzz blooming behind your bed. And don't forget about insulation. Skipping insulation because you want that rustic cabin Pinterest aesthetic? Yeah, that's cute until you're wrapped in 3 blankets, regretting your life choices at 3 a.m. Insulation isn't just for looks. It's survival gear in disguise. A well-insulated van can reduce interior temperature swings by up to 40% depending on the material. Closed-cell foam, for example, has an R value of 6 per inch. Meanwhile, that charming pine tongue-and-groove wall, it has an R value of, wait for it, 0.71. You're basically living inside a decorative shoebox. Sure, style is nice, but comfort is everything when your teeth are chattering or your mattress feels like a frying pan. And since we're talking about aesthetics versus useful, here's something most people should stop. Treating a campground like it's Coachella is a fast way to become public enemy number 1. We all love a good time, But when your Bluetooth speaker's pumping bass at 11 p.m. and you're howling at the moon with a six-pack in hand, you're not a free spirit. You're a menace. Most campgrounds have posted quiet hours between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., and violating them can get you fined up to $300 or straight up kicked out. Not to mention, sound carries like crazy in the wilderness. That acoustic guitar solo? Yeah, the guy in the tent a quarter mile away heard every cringy note. So save the party for a festival. Out here, nature is the headliner, not your Spotify playlist. And the same goes for your generator. Blasting your generator at night is the fastest way to make enemies in every direction. Nothing ruins the peaceful sound of crickets and rustling trees like the mechanical wheeze of a generator chugging through the darkness like a lawnmower on life support. Most national parks and campgrounds ban generator use during quiet hours, usually from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., and some won't allow them at all. Why? Because even quiet generators still hum at around 50 to 60 decibels, which is louder than a normal conversation and just soft enough to make people rage silently. And this brings us to the next bad habit. Relying on a single power source, like solar, is a bit like assuming it'll never rain during camping season. Spoiler, it will. Solar panels are great until you're parked in the shade, it's cloudy for 3 nights straight, or your panels are covered in dust and bird gifts. A 200-watt solar setup can produce around 800 watt-hours per day in ideal conditions. But ideal is rare in the real world. Forget to tilt your panels, or head north in the winter, and suddenly you're down to half that, or worse. No power means no fridge, no lights, no fan, and no phone. Just you and your thoughts. And as important as power is, your engine is even more so. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you like the video so far. Skipping regular engine checks is like refusing to go to the doctor because you feel fine, right up until your van dies on a dirt road 40 miles from cell service. Your campervan isn't magic, it's a machine, and machines need maintenance. Oil should be changed every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, coolant every 30,000 miles, and your serpentine belt, that thing better be checked by 60,000. Dead batteries, busted hoses, worn out brakes, these aren't surprises, they're consequences. According to AAA, 1 in 3 roadside breakdowns are preventable with basic maintenance. And speaking of maintenance, ignoring your tire pressure is basically gambling with your life at 65 miles per hour. Too low when your tires overheat, wear unevenly, and yes, can literally explode. Too high, your tires get stiff, lose traction, and on wet roads, you might as well be driving on greased hockey pucks. Optimal pressure varies, but it's usually between 50 to 80 psi for campervan tires. Check your sticker or manual, guessing doesn't count. And don't forget, tire pressure can drop 1 psi for every 10° Fahrenheit drop in temperature, so that mountain air, it's not doing you favors. Speaking of not doing you any favors, not leveling your van before sleeping sounds harmless, until you wake up at 3 a.m. wedged between your mattress and the wall like a human burrito. That's real, and it's not just about comfort. Sleeping on a tilt can mess with your back, your digestion, and even your inner ear. Studies show that sleeping on an incline greater than 5 degrees can affect REM sleep and cause muscle strain. Use leveling blocks. Cheap ones cost under $50, and they save you from neck kinks, sliding pots, and coffee that mysteriously pools to one side of the mug. Thanks for watching. Here's another video camping enthusiasts loved watching.